What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. You guys are probably wondering why the front bumper is off of this car. It's because we are gonna put the spoon replica bumper on. I've been wanting to put it on just because I have the Voltex wing and the cannon doors. I feel like it's just gonna be very fitting to have an aggressive bumper like this on the car versus, I mean, don't get me wrong, the OEM front bumper with the URL lip and then the splitter, it's pretty aggressive, but it's not as aggressive as the spoon bumper. And I think 2 videos ago I recorded us test fitting the bumper, but it didn't fit properly. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull off these brackets because a lot of these newer Civics, or just Hondas in general, cars, have these bumper spacers. That's what they're called. So I'm gonna pull those off on both sides. It should be held on by like 1 bolt and like 2 clips, I think. I forgot, but I'm gonna pull those off, and then we're gonna put the bumper back on and see how well it fits. I feel like it'll fit a lot better just with those brackets off, but that means I need to do some type of mounting for the bumper, for the tabs especially, like these. Oh, sorry, that was the fan's on. Yeah, so the mounting tabs would kinda need to figure out, because I don't want it mounted directly to the fender just because of, especially with fiberglass bumpers, if you hit a bump or hit a speed bump or anything with the bumper that pulls the bumper in, it's gonna pull your fender with it. And I'm not trying to ruin these fenders. These are my second fenders, but they've been solid ever since I put them on and wrapped them. So what we're gonna do is pull off those brackets, test fit the bumper again, and if all goes well, I did have Feather Solutions, so Michael, he did send me out some brackets. I don't think I showed in my videos yet, but let me open one and show you guys. So these brackets are required, so you're required to use a quick latch system. You can tell by this hole right here. I have the instructions in my email, so I need to look into it, but this is his bracket system. I'm not sure how it goes yet until I get to the car, but it does come with hardware too. So we're probably going to utilize this bracket system that Michael provided me, and we're going to see how well it works. But if anything, I can always make it work by figuring it out. It's not that hard, but I don't think the fender liner is going to work at all. So that kind of sucks, but like I said, we'll figure something out. I might be able to just leave it. I do want to keep it just because I don't want rocks getting in, and I do have the whole fender liner still in my car, and it's just kind of nice to have. But all the Firelight harnesses would need a zip tie, and then all of this is, you're gonna be able to see all this. So I kind of want to go over it with some black paint or clean it up and see if I can bring the black back. And then I still need to fix this because the mounting tab is broken. But before we get into this video, if you guys want any hybrid racing or DC sports or even my own products on my site, LTLParts.com, feel free to go down and click the link. And all orders $100 and over are free shipping, so save you money on shipping. And the hybrid stuff's already marked down, if you guys could tell. But LTLParts.com, and you can get all of this hybrid racing goodies and the shifter, of course, in this car, and all this random hybrid stuff that I have everywhere. So thanks for supporting LTL Parts. Now let's get back into this video. The bumper brackets are off. Now if you do have a lot of bumper sag or your bumper doesn't want to clip into place, it's the time to replace these. These have like little tabs in them, so when your bumpers are like flaring out on the corners, it's because of these little tabs. They're literally held on by like, what, 3 clips, and then just 1 screw towards the fender. But that was pretty easy, surprisingly. I got them off without breaking them. On my white TSX, when I took them off, they completely broke. Put that out of the way. I'm gonna put tape over this and tape over this so we don't scratch the wrap, and then I'll probably put some tape on the headlights too so we don't scratch it when we test fit the bumper again. Oh, before we do that or put the bumper on, we need to take off this bumper support. Remember that the USD and bumper supports don't work with this bumper, especially even on the replica ones. On the real ones, you need to replace this with the G81, and same with this, you need to replace it with the G81. So just got one up here, down here, and then one right here and underneath. And then I'll come right off. Time to see how much better this fits. It definitely fits a lot better. So this side, for the most part, it's pretty solid. It's flush. One of my headlights. The only issue is right here. This thing kind of flares out, so even if I mount it in, you can see that the bumper's in more. So if I mount it flush with the fender, it's gonna look like that. So I need to figure something out to make this go in more. But for the most part, it fits a lot better without those brackets. Yeah, the fender liner is not gonna work, of course. Actually, nope, I can make it work. Yeah, so I can make the fender liner work with no issues. I definitely do need to paint that underside. But for the most part, fits okay. Figure something out. What I'm gonna do is, I'm assuming that these top ones is not gonna be able to use the clips. It looks like you can put a bolt with a 10 mil to hold it in. So I think that's how it was before, because you can see that there's an outline of like a washer used to be there, or a bolt. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna mount that up, and then we'll work on the sides after. But at least I know it fits better with it. And before I even wrap it, I still gotta take off all this clear coat. And I think the easiest way is by using a razor blade. I didn't put 2 bolts up top. I put 1 screw in here, and you can see that it kind of flares out, comes out. And then on this side, I made it sit flush, but I feel like if I hit a bump, it's gonna pop back out. But this thing sticks out around the same amount. Let's see if I can push it out. Oh, there we go. So this is what it looks like if I don't push it out. So, and this mounts up perfectly fine too, but push it in, that's what it looks like. But I feel like if I hit a bump, it's gonna come back out. It fits surprisingly pretty well. It's just the corners, and I think the reason why is because when the bumper's like folded in or bolted in, it's pushing these corners out. And I think the only way to fix that is if I pull my fender out and if I adjust the headlight bracket a little bit, but I don't want to do that. Just because like it fits the OEM setup perfect, and yeah, there's no issues with that. So I think we are just gonna send it. The fitment's not the best just because of these corners, but it is what it is. I do want to see what my car look like with one of these, but this is the closest I get in the meantime. But yeah, oh, and I put the hood down, and at least the top fitment's pretty damn good. This has this little thing here, but I think that's because of 0405 bumper, I'm not sure. I might put a mesh piece back in this one, to be honest. And then the bottom, leave it all open, but I do need to clean up the bottom. You can see how rough the bottom looks. Alright, well, oh, and then look, it goes straight to my contact ice box now. You guys never noticed. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna send it, and what I'm gonna do is go over all of the peel and clear coat with this razor blade, and then we're just gonna flake it all up, because if I don't do that, I know if I wrap it and I pull up the wrap, it's gonna peel off the clear coat and then the wrap won't stick at all. We are gonna be wrapping this in sections, so I believe this top one is gonna be one section. Or I'll try to do like this with this one section. This is gonna be one section. That's gonna be one section, and this. And I do have knifeless tape, so got that from Amazon. This would be perfect for wrapping this bumper with so many lines, especially like this right here. This thing bulges out. Let's get to peeling off all the clear coat and then get into wrapping this bumper, and hopefully I can finish this pretty soon and go for low drive and hopefully pray the bumper doesn't fall out. I think this bumper sits the same height as mine with that lip, but it does stick out, I think, a little bit more just because of how the bumper is. But we'll try it out and see. That took longer than I expected to like pull the wrap off, because I cut it in half and the other half is actually in the car. But yeah, this is what I'm working with. I need to pull this down so it goes down here. I'm gonna try to do the whole front kind of like one piece, but all like the inserts or like where the grill is, that's all gonna be sectioned off into like a different piece using the knifeless tape. But yeah, this is, and then I had to bolt the bumper down because the bumper, I don't want to move when I'm wrapping it. Fun, fun, fun. How I don't miss wrapping. Even though I wrapped my whole car, but wrapping a bumper, it's a pain in the ass. This is why I don't record, because it takes forever. I'm not a professional at whatsoever. Like, I have to redo this again, so I'll get back to you guys when I have some updates. Quick update, it has, I say like probably like 25 minutes. I had a hard time trying to put this front piece on the front bumper just because this front bumper sticks out a lot more versus the OEM bumper. And then the headlight portion sticks out way more too. But I got this done along with this side. And I thought working from the middle would make it a little bit easier, but for me, I guess it's a little bit harder. So we did it from this side, and what I'm gonna do is cut half of it off. So I'm gonna do this in 2 sections just to make it easier for me. So this upper portion, and I'd say like probably like right here, this would be one piece, and then the down below on the lower lip or lower bumper, it's gonna be a separate piece. So this bumper is definitely gonna have multiple pieces just because one is I'm not good at doing this. I wrap my whole car, but doesn't mean I'm good at doing this. And then 2 is it just makes it a little bit easier for me because this bumper is very technical just due to the shape, and then I guess has like this portion right here. This is really hard, but I was able to do that. But now I'm just gonna finish off this side and then go to the middle and then go to this side. And I think once I have the upper top half of the bumper wrapped, everything else would be a breeze. It's just the upper portion is a little bit harder because of the headlights, the grill, and all that. And yeah, it's a lot of work, but slowly but surely. Progress is progress. Yep. So that's gonna be its own layer. This portion is gonna be part of the top. All this is gonna be one piece. Up here, you don't really see this, but I need to redo this portion, and then I'm gonna wrap this separately. But for the most part, this upper portion is done. This was super hard just because of the weird like areas on the bumper. This right here still need to work on. The reason why I have it like this is since I'm doing it by myself and I need to like always like pull out and stretch with heat. I do this so there's a gap, just like that. So it lets me like work a little bit easier, and then once I get towards the end, then of course we pull it or stretch it over. But for now, this actually works the best for me, and we're almost there. I just have to do mainly this portion, and then all this other stuff is literally just gonna be like random pieces that I have right here with the knifeless tape, and that should be fairly easy. Top half's wrapped, so I have to do the upper grill, and then what I'm doing right now is running the knifeless tape. So this whole bottom lip portion is gonna be one piece, and then see, I'm gonna do these all separate. Of course, this grill too. When I do this grill, I think I'm gonna try to wrap like this and go up, and then this bottom piece up here, this will be its own. So it'll be 2 pieces, and then this one, of course. But we get the major piece done, which is that. Oh, looks pretty damn good, to be honest. Still kind of sad about the fitment, but this side, I just pushed it in and it's fine. It's probably gonna pop off though once I'm driving the car, but for the most part, pretty good. Oh, and I have to make sure that I wrap or mount up my fender liner somehow, and then zip tie up the fog lights. But yeah, I'll figure it out. I'm gonna hope that me mounting the fender liner to the bumper will at least give the bumper extra like rigidity with the fender liner, but not guaranteed. But sheesh, that's gonna be a while. After that, I gotta wax it. But I do notice on this wrap, when I'm wrapping it, you can kind of see in some spots that it's wavy because of the fiberglass. And there we go. Honestly, harder than the OEM bumper, and yeah, it's weird to say, but yeah, so bumper's wrapped. I still need to add like more wrap up here, but that doesn't really matter too much because the hood's gonna cover it. Let's go for a little drive and see if everything is all good. I pushed this side of the bumper in. This side's just gonna be like that, and that's all I can really do. Kind of sits like that on my OEM bumper also a little bit, but not as bad. And then I already put the 2 bolts in up top, and then we're gonna take it out. I'm gonna see how disgusting that open grill looks because it's really dirty. And if it's bad, then tomorrow I'll probably just like try to wash it, and then I'll probably clean it up with some paint. But for the most part, looks good. Damn. Wow. Okay. I think this sits a bit higher than my current bumper, which is actually kind of nice. Whoa. All right, we need to go pull this thing out and see what it looks like. Woo! Looks pretty damn good. We are outside, went to get some food and went for a little drive. This side bumper or the side tab, well, I don't know what I'm saying. The side of this bumper always pops off when I drive it, so when I park it, I just push it back in. And then this right side, just like that. But I think with those brackets that I got from Michael, we're gonna try making those work and kind of like push in the bumper more. But for the most part, this is what the car looks like. And I honestly love it. So aggressive, and it fits the TEs, the gondolas, and the wing. From the side, it does look a little bit funky. I think in that video I did with Clint, we were talking about that, but for the most part, from specific angles, fronts, and wherever, it looks pretty damn good. Now to clean up the grill and then all this stuff underneath there, and then that's kind of cool how you can see this Comtech icebox funnel with a velocity stack. But yep, this is guess what the car looks like, and I honestly love it. So I guess I'm gonna take a reel and then end it here. So peace out guys, don't sell, just keep building, and shop LTLParts.com. Peace.